Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our 10-minute Urza Saga set review Blue Edition. This is going to be probably having the most amount of confusing cards here, so let's kick it off with Annual. It's a 1 mana counter spell for target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, it's probably might be main deckable. Curfew, each player chooses a creature he or she controls and return it to its owner's hand. If you don't have a creature, but they have, you kind of set them back a turn, which is good if you have a control deck and trying to set up something. Enchantment alteration, move target enchantment from one creature to another or from one land to another. Well, this is narrow sideboard card, but there's those embrace enchantments which are really, really good. So I think this is against those. Power Sync, so it's scalable 4 spike, it's 1 and X, and then you counter a spell unless they pay X, which is probably very good. It scales with the game. Sunburn Merfolk, this is a way to design a 1 drop a la 1996. 1 mana 1 1 with cycling 2, telepathy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a commander card. Don't really look at it for limited. Weird Sentry. When they cast a spell, it becomes a creature, and the power and toughness is equal to the CMC of the spell. So this in most cases probably gonna be a 1 mana 2/2, which is which is pretty good, I think. Or it could be higher if they have like a late dropped 1 mana 3/3, which is wild. Veil of Bird, so it's the same thing as Weird Sentry, except that it becomes a 1/1 flying bird, which is also cool. Cloak of Mist, I think it's an excellent card. So this is an aura for 2, and Enchanted Creature is unblockable. As simple as that. You can get 2 for 1 if they have a removal, but if they don't, you win the game. Coral Morphok, 2 mana 2/1. Classic, filler card. Energy Field, prevent all damage dealt to you from sources you don't control. When a card is put into your graveyard, sacrifice Energy Field. So this reads bad, but I think it might be actually better than it reads, because if they can't kill your permanents, then they can't deal damage, and then you can just kill them with a flyer. Fogbank, so it's 2 mana 0 2 flying. Fogbank does not deal or receive combat damage, which is wild. This card is very, very annoying. Gilded Drake, despite of the price tag, I don't think this card is actually very good in limited. But it's a 2 mana 3/3 flyer. But the catch is when it enters, you exchange this and creature my opponent controls. The problem is with this card, it's extremely strong in like Commander, Legacy, and Vintage. But like, what are you getting in Limited, which is better than a 3/3 flyer already? Like, I think your opponent comes up on top of this deal. Hermetic Study, it's 2 mana enchanted creature, enchantment, and enchanted creature get tap and deal 1 damage to any target. So this one is very, very good. It's part of a combo which we're gonna see. Imaginary Path, it's 2 mana 4/4 as long as a player doesn't have cards in hand. So it's a good late drop because you can always maintain not having card in your hand, and then it's a massive beater. Launch, it's a 2 mana enchantment. Enchanted creature gets flying, but this is one of those undying enchantments, which makes it really, really good because you can get it back from the graveyard as long as you land it successfully. Lifting Refrain, so you can put worse counters on it, and it becomes like a power sink. But I see it coming and it's easy to play around, so probably this is pretty bad. Lingering Mirage, Enchanted Land is a island cycling too, so that's the bailout clause. You can put it to the stack to your deck, 'cause occasionally you can host them from colors, and then if not, you can just cycle it. Pendra Flux, enchanted creature gains during your upkeep, pay this creature's casting cost or sacrifice it. So this is the blue Doomblade. Like this, don't underestimate this card. Like in the mid to early game, they're not gonna be able to pay the casting cost, or they just not gonna be able to develop their board. And for big drops, even on the late game, that's probably true. Power 10 during your upkeep, enchantment controller. That player pays either 2 or loses 2 life. Yeah, this can pack in some damage, and it has the cycling too. So again, there's a failsafe in there. Spire all 2 mana 1/1 flyer, which is already good in this format. And then you look at the top 4 card when it enters, and then you can reset them in any order, which is okay, I think. Stern Proctor, it's a 2 mana 1/2, and when it comes to play, return target artifact or enchantment to its owner's hand. Yeah, this could be good, especially if you have a ETB stuff, or some of those like Opal or Veiled Enchantment you can return. It's harder to trigger them again. Tolorian Wind, discard your hand and draw that many cards. So this is a combo card. Yeah, there's probably too much combo in limited. Veiled Apparition, so it's a 2 mana Veiled Enchantment and becomes a 3/3 with flying, and you have to spend 1 blue every upkeep, otherwise you have to sacrifice it. But this is solid in late game. We're gonna have the mana to pay the price, and then 3/3 fly is amazing in this format. Academy Researchers is 3 mana 2/2. When it comes to play, you can put an aura from it from your hand onto a creature. oh sorry, onto this one. So this is very good with the Embrace. It saves a ton of mana, and yeah, you can get tempo advantage out of it. Arcane Laboratory. Each player cannot play more than one spell each turn. Yep, this constructed card not very good in limited. Attunement. So this is an enchantment for 3. Return attunement to its owner's hand. Draw 3 cards and choose and discard 4 cards. So if you get land flooded, you can refresh the hand. Probably you can discard attunement too. It's okay limited. I think it's slow format for that. Back to basic. Yeah, this is known for Commander Legacy Vintage players. This is not good in limited. Don't try this at home. So, Barin Master Wizard, 3 mana 1/1, and then it counts as a wizard, shockingly. And then it's 2 mana sacrifice permanent, return target creature to its owner's hand. It's very good late game. You can save your good creatures from removal or clear out their blockers, so it's pretty good. Catalog, 2 mana, draw 2 cards, and choose and discard a card. Yeah, I think it's solid. It's divination on tranquilizers, I guess. Disruptive student, 2 mana 1/1, and then it has tap for spike a spell. Yeah, this could be annoying. So I don't know how good it is. Douse, it's an enchantment. It has one of the blue counter target red spell. Play as an interrupt. Yeah, this is a sideboard card. Exhaustion, creatures and land target opponent controls doesn't untap his or her next unstep step. It's kind of like a pseudo time walk. Yeah, this could have applications, especially if you are an aggressive deck and you are on the forefoot, like fires and stuff like that. Hibernation, 2 and a blue, return all green permanents to their owner's hand. Yeah, this starts at the sideboard and then could go from there. Horseshoe Crab. So it's a 1/3 for 3. This is a key card at common and 1 blue on tap Horseshoe Crab, which is an amazing combo with the Hermetic Study because you can just machine gun things down if you have a lot of blue mana. Rescind, it's 3 mana, instant return target permanent to its owner's hand, cycling 2. Show and tell, each player may choose an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card in his or her hand and put that permanent into play. So yeah, so good news, you can put something into play. Bad news, your opponent gets it too. And because of the card power level, it's unlikely that you put something which is much better than what your opponent puts into play. With Great Whale, it's probably pretty good though. Stroke of Genius, so Brain Geyser, a la Urza Saga style. So draw X cards for X and 3. Yeah, this is game breaking. This is one of the best blue card. Weird Crocodile, it's 3 mana, and if the player has no cards in hand, it becomes a 4/4. It counts as crocodile, solid price on it. Veiled Serpent, so this is a 3 mana, becomes also 4/4, has cycling 2 in it, but your opponent has to have an island for this to attack. Yeah, the cycling saves it. So Windfall, 2 mana is basically, what is this? Wheel of Fortune, but yeah, but I don't know, why it is good in a format where your opponent gets the cards too. Um, Wizard Mentor, so it's a 2/2 for 3, and return Wizard Mentor and target creature to its owner's hand. If you have any combo potential with this, pretty good. It can clear their expensive creatures, so there's applications for this. Pendro Drake, it's a 2/3 flyer for 4 with cycling 2. Yes, everything is amazing about this card. Rewind, 4 mana counter spell, you untap all the lands. Yeah, this could be good. It's counter spell. Summon 4, it's flying 2/2. Whenever successfully deals combat damage, you tap a creature their opponent control, and that creature just doesn't untap until this is in play. It's unbelievable. Turnabout, it's 4 mana tap or untap all artifact creatures, lands, target player control. Yeah, this is good because it can ramp you. It can also kind of pseudo time walk your opponents. Very, very good. It's Zephyr's Embrace, ladies and gentlemen. So check this: 4 mana, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, gains flying, and cannot be target of spells or abilities. Wow, flying hexproof. Morphling. So yeah, so this is probably plays as good as it reads. So you should just pick it, first pick it, play it always. If you're third pick and you are red black, you splash this in. I don't know. It's like a 5 mana 3/3. For blue you can untap it. For blue you can give it flying. For blue you can give it hexproof. And then it can also pump power and toughness. Yeah, this card is unbelievable. Peregrine Drake. It's a 5 mana 2/3 flyer, and then when it enters, you untap 5 lands. So this can let you double spell. Recantation, this gets verse counters, and then you can bounce X permanent, X is the number of verse counters. So this is kind of like Cyconic Lift back from 1996. Sandbar Serpent, 3/4 with cycling for 5. Thunder, 5 mana instant, return all lands to their owner's hand. Yeah, this is pretty wild too. Confiscate, 6 mana control magic. Drifting Gin, it's a 6 mana 5/5 fire, which is pretty beefy, as cycling 2, and you an upkeep cost of 1 and a blue, unless or you can sacrifice it. But yeah, but this is just an awesome flyer, beater, time spiral. So this is Time Twister for free, basically 6 mana to cost, Time Twister effect, but you can untap 6 lands, which is unbelievable card. So you can refill, you are the first one using the mana, yeah, so nothing bad for this card. Zafid, it's a 3/4 flying hexproof, which is also unbelievable. You see the stat lines from this set, so this can rule the skies pretty well. And then, yeah, hexproof, your opponent can deal with this. And Great Whale, it's a 5/5 for 7 mana whale. When it comes into play, you untap 7 lands. So this is basically a free 5/5. So yeah, so thanks for watching and see you in the next set review. This took a little bit longer, but blue is confusing as hell. And yeah, but we're gonna move to black and see you in that video.